Morning guys, it is October 20th, 2021. So here I got a call back from a job. I went to go do a burner service for a guy. It was a couple of days ago. And he was complaining about the protector relay tripping. So I went over there, did the service, new nozzle, checked the oil flow. Got him up and running. And he's calling me back that it's tripped out again, so I gotta go back over there and get into it a little bit deeper. Obviously it's not the nozzle and the burner head dirty. So we'll go over there. It's still tripped out, so we'll go over there and see if we can determine what the problem is.
Turn left on Oak Street.
What else did I put on? I think I put a high vent and expansion tank on that boiler. Anyway, we'll go get it straightened out. It's not uncommon. Sometimes that's the way these jobs are. You gotta hit them a couple of times, you know? Just the way it is, mama. Alright, she's tripped out. It's an older motor. That's broken off right there. I think that's what our problem was. Right there, see that wire? That might have been what our problem was right there. That could be what our issue is right there. She's loose as a goose. Kind of odd.
Talk to me, Steve.
Well, we had a wire that was broken here, loose type of thing, so that might be it. It's possible. Reattach that and let's run it and we'll go through a check here. What the hell's going on here? It could be this control's bad too. You know how old this control is? It's like the original one.
Is it?
We'll check the oil flow, we'll check the spark, and we'll see how it fires up. See if there's any. Alright, so that's better. This one of these wires was kind of either broken or really loose type of thing. As soon as I touched it, it broke right off. So that goes from the CAD cell. That might have been our issue right there. Check our oil flow and our spark. Then we'll reconnect it and we'll see when we fire it up if there's any oil in there that ignites and like puffs back. Then that would tell me that it was a spark issue, right?
You're asking the wrong guy. I'm listening and trying to learn.
So we're gonna see how the oil flow comes out. And we're gonna check the spark on the transformer. See what we're getting for spark there.
Funny, I took a shower last night. It was fine.
It was fine. It was fine for 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll check that. CAD cell looks clean. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to fire it up and check our oil flow, and then we'll check our spark. Once it fires up, let's see, we're getting a good oil flow there, see it? That's not an issue. Check our spark. Getting good spark there, see it? So that's not an issue. put it back together and we'll see how it fires up. If that's the case, it's this control, which is old. Because there's a printed circuit in there. I mean, there's relays in there, and sometimes after a while, they just don't operate the way they should. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Like me and you as we get older.
Alright, so what we'll do is we'll lift this up. I'm going to fire it up, and we're going to see if there's any kind of puff back. I'll take my jumper off. And there's not a lot of extra oil in there, so that's good. I would say it's probably to protect the relay. See, if there was a bunch of oil in there, we get a lot of smoke. Well, then we know we have an issue with a spark or something like that, right? So it was running along and it just shut off. So I'm thinking that it could have been that wire, or it could be this control. Why don't we just change the control?
That's fine. You got one of those?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we'll use this one. I'm gonna brake on it. So this is the same type, it's just a newer version.
You do a lot of burner jobs, replacement burners?
Oh yeah, sometimes I get like boiler jobs and
You know how you take one of these things out? It must be heavy as a bastard.
well, what happens is the place I buy my burners, my boilers, the truck driver, that's part of his job to help you take out the old one, as long as it's disconnected. So I deal with certain supply houses that
They help you with that.
they help me with that. It's all part of the deal, or I'd go somewhere else cheaper, right? So that's all part of the. That's part of their job description. They help get the old one out, and well, and plus it helps them sell boilers too, right? Because guys like me need that service.
Yeah, you don't, guys that work alone can't have somebody hanging around all the time doing nothing. So you need to take a boiler out.
The neutrals.
What do they use, those like electrified hand trucks they have with the wheel?
They do, yeah. Like the power, they're called power hand trucks. Well, on some of the little gas boilers you don't need it, but some of the oil ones you do. One of the black is the transformer neutral. So I'm thinking that it was that control. But it's possible that it's the motor. So let's try the control first, and we'll give it a couple of days, and if it's fine, we're good. If not,
I mean, the motor's like got a dead spot in it or something.
it could be. I mean, it's possible. So we got the, and this is the other leg of the transformer in the motor. The power coming off the orange. I'm only right down the street, so it's kind of good, you know. That's why I don't like to do burner service too far away. Because if there's ever an issue, I mean, you're going to drive all the way back. It could be a real bitch.
Look like you've done this before, Steve.
A couple of times. Couple of times.
I saw on TV, Stanley Steamer. What do? They come in and they wash the insides of the vents? That must be a rip-off.
I have no idea. Stanley Steamer.
Stanley Steamer, remember they used to do carpets? Now they
Oh,
do,
okay. Oh, yeah, they were flipping rip-off. They're like them fucking guys that call you for the chimney sweep.
Yeah.
Flipping joke. Yeah.
I've never had the chimney done in this house. If it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Well, I can see if that's all, you know, if you got, you're burning wood, you got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But something like this, I don't know about that.
Well, if the burner guy who's got this thing running right, should be clean up there. I'm only busting your balls.
Should be. So your wife's still working.
Yeah, she's still.
Does she give you a flipping honey-do list every day? Want you to do this, do that, do this?
No, she just wants to make sure I stay busy.
She does.
Make sure I stay busy. If not, she'll give me stuff to do.
She don't give you a honey-do list? No.
No, I wouldn't do it. I would just to be an asshole. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, do this, do that. Yeah, do this.
I'm not starting with that. It hasn't been like that for 30 years. I ain't gonna be like that at all.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Some people, they do that, you know. Think now you're home, you got all this extra spare time on your hands. Going to give you a flipping 1,000 things to do. All right, let's see how it fires up. Oh, did have a little delay there. I'm going to check the electrodes. Oh, yeah. It seemed to have a little delay there, didn't it? A little delay.
What do the electrodes do?
Well, it sends spark down and fires it. Maybe we can do a little adjustment on them. Yeah, they are a little high. No big deal. We'll just readjust them a little bit. So.
How long those storage tanks last? They last forever for hot water? Not gonna last forever, I know.
Nothing lasts forever. Are you kidding? The storage tank, well, you got that Amtrol one. That's probably one of the worst ones you could have ever bought. Be honest with you.
You know, that thing's 25 years old. Never broke.
Still.
Why, it doesn't give good hot water?
Yeah, it's just... They're not the greatest. They got the flipping coil on the bottom of the thing. Up underneath, that's kind of a weird design.
You fix them, you just don't put new?
Well, something like that, you just replace it, right? You put a new one in it after 25 years. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what else go for? They must go for a few grand, no?
Yeah, more than that installed. Unless you want to have your boy put it in.
No. Mikey?
He's always busy.
Mikey's always got something. He's such a busy guy. I hate to ask him to do anything.
You don't want to ask him to do nothing?
No, because you know what? Again, because he's too nice of a guy. Then he'll try to fit it in, and then it takes forever. And then he don't want to charge you because he is such a nice guy.
So he don't want to charge you. He ends up eating it all.
Right. He'll just say, "Oh, I don't want any money. I don't want any money. Buy me a couple bottles of wine or something." I feel guilty. You know what I mean? Which I appreciate what he does. He's a nice. To me, he's the nicest guy in the world. Super nice guy.
These things do look a little burnt out on the ends. I mean, they've been probably the original ones. We'll give it another tweak.
We'll put new ones in.
I might have to. Let's see.
You got those?
Yeah, I do if I need them. Let's see what happens here. See if I could get it a little better. The spark.
It's one thing you don't want to screw around with hot water and heat. It's got to work. I don't want to call you at when it's 10 degrees out, it's snowing. Say, Steve, can you come? I don't have any heat. They're gonna go, fuck you. I'll get there when I can get there.
That's definitely
was because of the electrical problems, it wasn't kicking itself back on.
Well, no, it seemed to have a little delay when it first started. I mean, it should have started smoother than that. So I bring the electrodes down a little bit more, and should start smoother now. So let's try it.
But the reason I wasn't getting hot water is because the boiler wasn't running.
Oh, because the thing was tripped out on safety guy. Right? We just changed the control. I think the control was the issue. Either that or them wires, but you know, if I don't, something like this where it's already been a problem, I just assume. If I feel something might not be good, I'll change it, right?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll try it again. See how it fires this time. I should see how it fired right up? That's better. Before it was a little delay before it kicked in. Yeah. Alright, let that ride. Yeah, basically I could do that if I want. Yeah.
You know, that's a big advantage.
I can work like half days. I'm gonna leave this control like that. I can work half days if I want, which is kind of cool. Can't always. Like, this is a busy time of year for me right now. Everybody's calling. Everybody wants their burner serviced, you know. Alright, replace protector relay, reset electrodes. We'll let that ride. That should take care of the issue. It's an 01. Hopefully.